And good evening again, everybody. How y'all doing? Good to see everybody once more. And once I get this music going, there it is. Knew I could do it. I'm not completely inept, ladies and gentlemen, just mostly. On that note, let me flip this on over because this is going to be good. Oh, you took it down. Rob. Oh, you killed me. So anyways, this is going to be good. We got ourselves a really good matchup here, and let me explain really quickly. You may notice a different name representing Washington now. That is still Rob Snowlock on the left-hand side. Your Washington representative, excuse me. He got himself renamed on Twitch, though, so he's now known as ThatFedoraGuy. And for anyone that knows him, that's pretty fitting. So everybody welcome ThatFedoraGuy, who you already knew as Rob Snowlock. But again, same racer there. And he's going to be taking on Melloace, your Atlanta representative, tonight. So again, if Mello were to win this matchup, a weird situation occurs where, and by the way, your mouse is on screen, Mello, if Mello wins, he actually clinches a playoff spot as the number 2 seed in his division before his division leader does. So it's going to get a little bit interesting as far as that goes. Yeah, that thing. Woo! I love it. Anyway, so these two are on a call. Here comes the link into both of their channels. Let me get you this catguard.net link. Go say what's up to both Rob, aka ThatFedoraGuy, and Melloace. And we're going to do a best 2 out of 3 race through the womb 2. Whoever kills off Mom's heart first will get a point added at the bottom of the screen where you see the zeros. Again, you need 2 wins to win the night. We'll reset both racers. Once somebody kills Mom's heart, we'll start from scratch all over again. Same save files on both sides. Both using Isaac, both with Platinum God. There are 7 banned items on the way down, which, let me list out here, are Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, the Shovel, and Toothpicks. Again, the toothpicks you can take. Whoa, geez. Speaking of, wow, Rob's gonna wish he didn't use that reroll already. So speaking of those bad items, there's Dr. Fetus. Let's see those no fetuses if you guys would. That timing. And again, they are off and races, so best of luck to both of you guys. There we go, Mello with a good start finally. Here we got Blood of the Martyr, so damage up on his tears. But wow, that timing. So Dr. Fetus would have turned all of... Would have turned all of Rob's bombs, oh wow, would have turned all of ThatFedoraGuy's bombs, tears into bombs for him, making it far too easy to get through this game, let alone every single door. Melloace, let me also recap, just teleported into a god room, saw the Bible, so our second banned item, which is what caught me off guard there. So let's see those no Bibles as well. That is banned because it can one-hit kill both Mom's foot and Mom's heart while these items. The Halo on Melloace's side is going to add +1 to all of his stats, so you see the extra health that he's got as well, including more damage on top of the Blood of the Martyr he already got. So red tears on the first floor. And look at that damage. Oh god, that's only going to get better. Speaking of damage, ThatFedoraGuy on the left side picked up growth hormones. So plus damage and plus movement speed, and he's off and running, killing off Pin here. Bunches of pill. Wow, seriously? 3 of the same? Gotta try him. Ooh, and they're all health down. He's thinking about taking one with, just in case. There's a health up to make up for it, so breaking even on those 2 pills. FedoraGuy gonna move on down to his next floor. It's really hard not to call him Rob, by the way. So if I say Rob, I'm referring to ThatFedoraGuy, just so anybody's curious. What's up, friendly guy? How you doing? Alright, some more health there from Mello. He's on to his second floor as well, so both in their basement too. Again, Cellar 2, just the expansion version of the floor, so maybe a few more spider enemies here. Nothing too scary on the first couple. What's up, Jans? How you doing? Alright, so still no key. Mello gonna... Well, both actually gonna have to leave behind their item rooms here, as ThatFedoraGuy also doesn't have himself a key. Again, I will try to call him ThatFedoraGuy all night, but I will screw that up and call him Rob, because I'm so used to it, so bear with me. There's that key for both of them, actually. Again, this timing is impeccable tonight. So really good items, really good double timing on the keys. Both gonna head back to their item rooms. And Mello going to be the first to look. We got Holy Water. Nothing too special there. Mello going to head right back on out of that room. Yeah, he's thought about it for a second, but nope, not going to bother. That will actually not glitch out, but take your first follower and turn it into Brother Bobby, hence why he doesn't want it. What it would do is, as you get hit, spill out Holy Water on the ground to damage anything that walks through it. On the left side, ThatFedoraGuy, Rob picked himself up, I believe it was Mom's lipstick for range up. One way or the other, it's range up on his tears. Alright, let's see, the Miter now for Melloace in his second God Room in as many floors, so he's now going to get 50% chance that any red heart that spawns will be a blue soul heart, and thusly easier to pick up. So first on down to the Caves 1. And how about Kane's Eye procking for you? There it goes, 25% chance that as you get down onto the next floor, you see the entire compass reveal. Mello thinking about that item room pretty close by. No key for it, though. He's going to worry about his boss fight first. And he's worried about Gertie Jr. right now, so a little bit of a pain in the butt here, but doing a good job dodging her. That's some crazy shark. How you doing? We're actually in our second season, believe it or not. Ooh, taking that first little bit of damage there, so we'll see after this next enemy kill. Maybe Mello gets his third special room? Ooh, no such luck. Cat o' nine tails. We call it the cat o' nine fails. Just increases your shot speed, aka the speed that your shots travel on screen. So let's see, he will head back and look for a key somewhere here. He's got 2 rooms to clear out before that item room, so maybe he gets lucky. Maybe he gets a bomb and can get into that item rock down in the bottom too. Maybe that spawns him a key. Now, luck's a huge factor at any race if you think about it. So let's see, damage up and health up there for that Fedora guy. He's going to move on down to his second floor. Again, that is mismarked. It's not range up on there. You get a little bit of damage, and it's not much, but it is damage up. So one way or the other, you're getting the health up, and you're not going to complain. Key finally shows up for Melloace at perfect timing, might I add. He's going to grab himself that poison touch. Anything that touches him will grab a poison damage over time afflicted on him. And again, haven't already cleared everything else out. Thought about the goat hoof there. That would have been plus movement speed, but I'll take Kane's Eye and hope that that procs just like it did on this floor. No luck this time, though, so that 3 out of 4 chance that it won't do a thing for you. Oh, there have been some crazy ones. Like, watch Eddie Ruckus versus Wolf 21 from yesterday. Watch that race. That was race number 2, I think, between them, out of the best of 3. I think it was race number 2. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was. Watch the finish of that. It was about half a second apart. So it got pretty crazily close. We've had a lot of insanely close finishes this year. It's really weird. Like, and again, the point is well taken that it is a very random game. And there's a lot of craziness that can happen, but I think that makes it more fun, honestly. I mean, yeah, you could race with the same seeds if you use the cheat engine, and yeah, that's cool too. But at that point, then, our racers could actually look at the other person's stream and be able to see, okay, the item room's 2 rooms off to the left, and boss fight's 7 rooms to the right. I'm just going to say forget the item room and go for my boss, which I know is Mask of Infamy, and I've already got the build for it, so I'm just going to go kill him. You know what I mean? Like, it plays totally differently at that point. So I kind of like the random aspect of it, and I think our racers do too. Because yes, I did ask them if they wanted to do that, like, once we found out the way, and literally everybody was like, no, I have no desire to use it. So going into his first item room here, let alone his curse room, that Fedora guy going to pick up my little unicorn. That'll add a unicorn horn to his head and give him 7 seconds of invincibility and damage dealing. And again, it's pretty darn useful. We'll probably see it against this boss fight. First thing first, though, with plenty of money, these stores today are not being kind. That notch pickaxe, not worth your money, guys. I don't care if that's on sale. Don't waste your money. Unless you want your Platinum God save and you need to pick that up, don't bother. And that's the whole thing. Like, we're here to have fun, for the most part. So it's competitive, but we're having fun with it too. So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of differences in the runs, and yeah, one person might get a ridiculously overpowered, combination of items by comparison to the other person just getting like that wooden spoon for plus movement speed for Mello. Now, mind you, he's got a really good, build going on otherwise, so moot point. But let's say that that's all that you're getting is like just speed. It happens sometimes. But some of our racers are really good with this too, and they can actually make it work for them. So it's really cool seeing the different combinations of items too. I think that's kind of what gives this its flavor. Now I can tell you what gives Melloace's head its flavor, but A, nobody wants to hear that. B, it's a crown of poop. So he's got Scatoli or Scatol, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And again, that's going to make every fly in the game his friend, so they're going to, fly, I should say, directly at him. Won't ever damage him anymore, and they'll just hover around waiting to get killed. I know, the 1 penny Scatoli, like, damn. And he hasn't even, no, he hasn't taken a look up hills. Thinking about it, no, he hasn't. That was last race that I'm thinking about now. See, everything blends together. We've had 15, well, we're in week 15 of these races, and at 16 races a week, they're blending together for me now. So another mom item. Lipstick will give that same range up that we saw on that Fedora guy's side. And Mello going to move on down to the depths with that slight advantage. How about, real quick, we don't even need it. Judgy, thank you. You can get a Judgy, please. We'll see a few people with it. But already there, that game kit showed up very cheap for that Fedora guy. So Rob, that Fedora guy. Sorry, I'm breaking the habit. I'm trying. Name change 14 weeks in. You're messing with me. I'm giving him crap, too. It's all good, obviously. But there you see, none of those flies would actually hurt Melloace. He can just stand still, let them all just fly directly in. What he's worried about is just in case one of those were to explode for whatever reason. But again, that Fedora guy picking up that game kit, actually going to hold on to the use for now. That turns you into Pac-Man. There you go. Now we see it. So he's waiting for the spider to get out on the screen. So it turns you into Pac-Man. You actually eat your enemies. Gives you an offhand chance that you heal for half a red heart when you do so. But he rips on through Pestilence, get himself that 1 cube of meat to orbit around. That'll damage anything that hits it for 7, and also give him a shot blocker. And for the cost of 2 hearts and that Devil Deal, that Fedora guy, sorry, like I said, gonna pick himself up flying with Lord of the Pits, so adding on those wings, he will not take damage going in, get himself a health uphill, and fly right back on out of here. Golden God and Platinum God, what's the difference? That's actually a good question there, Shadow. Golden God is from the original version of the game without the expansion. Platinum God includes all the expansion stuff. Yeah, that Rob guy. Yeah, waka waka. Alright, now we got Guppy's Hairball once again. That we'll say rubber band around you. I don't want to say slingshot. It's kind of the right term, but you can see as Mello's moving, Guppy's Hairball will move around him. Let's get a judgy please for him as well. He's only got the 3 cents, so here's hoping. Oop. 1 bomb out of it. At least he got his bomb back, if nothing else. Either way, Guppy's Hairball will damage anything that happens to hit it. It will grow as it's killing off enemies as well. So a little bit of extra, we'll say, coverage area with it. I don't want to say more damage because it doesn't up the damage. It just gives more coverage area. Alright, so War getting taken down here on Melloace's side. He's going to wind up with that same cube of meat that we just saw that Fedora guy pick up. And again, now that he's off his horse, that'll chase Melloace around the room. Thankfully, just enough speed for Mello to stay ahead of War, so it shouldn't be too much of a fear. Yeah, Mello's still not gotten a space use item. That is correct. Ooh, although there's that cube of meat and a God room for him, along with that full heal. Yeah, wow. How about another awesome item coming out of here? So the Relic, every 4 rooms that Melloace clears will spawn 1 blue soul heart for him to pick up. Yeah, I have a hard time using Guppy's Hairball effectively. I'm terrible with that item. I wind up getting myself in way too much trouble. Oh, look at that. 2 keys. Mello doesn't have any, and he can't get to those. Oh, is that a trolling room? Welcome to Binding of Isaac, where it trolls you on a minute-by-minute basis. It's just a matter of how. It's just a matter of how. Isaac is, I think, total $9 for the entire game, and that includes the expansion with it. Here's the trick. I can't really recommend getting the expansion right off the bat with it. Even Edmund, one of the creators of the game, will say the same thing. Get the base version of the game for about $5. Play that for a while. Get, kind of get your feet wet, if you will. Get used to that, then get the expansion and add that on, because there's no way to take the expansion back off. Plays a little bit different. It's got different items, different enemies in it. Now, it's not going to kill you to put that on immediately, but a grand total of $9 will get it for you. Excuse me. What's up, boss? How you doing? Alright, both having their item rooms in front of him. Again, still no key for Mello. Still no item that he wants there for that Fedora guy. So he's going to leave behind Monster Manuel. Guess I'm pronouncing that correctly. If you would have picked it up, you'd see the spelling. It's actually Manuel, like the dude's name. So, again, that would have spawned one random follower for the room that Rob was in. But again, not going to bother with it. You'd rather have Game Kid moving in for a bloat fight. So, ooh, that bloat just trolled him. How did he not jump up to the top of the room there? That was a bit of a troll move. So the bloat being even more of a douchebag than he normally is. That's really not... Look at this. He's staying down low. Interesting. So the bloat being very interesting in here. There we go. Now he's coming up top. So notice what Rob's gonna, excuse me, ThatFedoraGuy is gonna, this is so hard to get used to. Notice what ThatFedoraGuy is gonna do is stay down here and try to make the bloat jump right back down to him. He's angling these shots as well, doing a pretty good job of that. Trick to it is he cannot fire that double brimstone upwards. He can only go sideways and, downwards with it. So if you're up on top here, you're pretty safe other than having to stay clear of the eyes and those shots by bloat. So a little more damage on the tiers for Rob. ThatFedoraGuy with Pentagram. Again, that also gives you more chance of a devil deal. So he's got very few chances at them, but maybe we see one now. And there's that boss fight for Melloace, so he's looking at his mom's foot fight. And again, still no key for that item room, sadly. And again, the fun of being on Twitch on the weekends. Ow. Thanks, cat. Can you not claw me randomly? By the way, Mello finally coming across his key. So he'll be heading back on over for his item room here. And let's see what he gets for that very last one. Ooh, how about the Bean? So finally a way to replace your D6, and could not come at a better time. So Team Bean, assemble! That's a really good item, honestly. Every single room that's going to recharge, let you do a poison fart, basically. So beans, the musical fruit, you know where I'm going with this. So yes, you will be able to fart every single room and do a damage over time poison cloud for anything inside of it. So we'll see as soon as the sideball opens up, Mello will probably hit that. Ooh, I'm actually kind of surprised. So he's using his poison touch as well, by the way. So lots of poison there. There we go. There's the bean usage. Season 3 won't be until Rebirth is out, and we got to give it a little time even after that because we're going to do a public play-in tournament for everyone that signs up. So we're looking, sign-ups will probably be about the beginning of next year. I would say that's probably going to take probably into like, I'll say, I'm randomly guessing, but I'm guessing maybe like May or, I don't know, like April or May, give or take for the start of it. It depends on how long that play-in tournament takes. It really does. But yeah, there's going to be plenty of time, and yes, we're going to use Rebirth next season. So if you guys want to get practicing on Isaac, that will help you out considerably, but yes, we're going to use a new game next season. And again, if you just hang out on BOILeR.org, like I said, somewhere around, hopefully, the beginning of the year when they release an actual release date for Rebirth, we'll have a better idea of when we can actually put signups up, and BOILeR.org will have all the information up there for you. Excuse me, yeah. Alright, so Mello doing a great job getting through that mom's foot fight easily. He's on down in his womb 1. He's got Utero 1, the expansion version of the floor. Trick with these, everything hits you for a full heart of damage. There's no more item rooms or stores either, so you're just looking for boss fights. And speaking of that, ThatFedoraGuy also doing the same thing here. Comes across an item room, awesome, but I think he's really just looking for his mom's foot fight at this point. Alright, so basically internal compassing himself over to the boss fight. Wow, that was tough to say. Melloace looking at his Womb 1 boss fight here. So he'll grab himself those 2 soul hearts, head right on in, looking to build up that advantage even more. But as always, it's Conquest, aka not a bro. So there's that poison damage immediately with the beam. And again, now you gotta watch out for those beams of light. And again, this split-up effect that Conquest has, let alone those purple homing shots. This is a nasty fight. Oh, here's the other fun part. He can hang out in the wall for no apparent reason. Ooh, that D20. Normally a very good item on runs, but again, here in the race is slightly less useful because you don't really have the time to make as much use as you could of the D20. That would reroll stuff like keys, coins, bombs, etc., and other such things in the nature. Again, Rob going to keep that, that Fedora guy. It's going to be tough. He's going to wind up keeping his game kit there. And there's that mom's foot fight. And he's going to get the regular version of Mom. Excuse me. I'm lagging on my other one, too. So that's my connection doing this. There we go. As soon as I pause my other one, lo and behold, Melloace clears up. Gee, I think that's my Comcast at the moment. Go figure. So again, I'm watching 2 streams at the same time, so that's going to happen from time to time. Just bear with it. Nothing can be done there. Especially on the weekend on Twitch. Like, there's so much going on. Let alone with my Comcast. Apparently everybody's stealing my internets. And that Fedora got down to half a heart now. So he's going to have to be very careful about how he finishes off the foot. He's going to have to kill the foot itself, not one of the eyeballs. Because if her shadow appears on screen and you kill off one of the eyeballs, you take that damage. So there we go, nicely done. A little bit of a heal, a little bit of health up, and shot speed increase. And that Fedora guy going to move on down to his Womb 1 as well. Curse of the Lost will add a couple extra rooms onto this floor. Mellow just about done with his. Conquest still living here. And if you would stay on the damn screen... Look at this, dude. Seriously, if you would stay on the screen, Mellow could kill you. If you would just stay on the screen for more than 1 second at a time. Seriously. Alright, somehow I think something actually hit Conquest while he was in the wall there. Did everybody see that? That was kind of weird. Ooh, speaking of hitting, there's that random beam of light hitting Mellow again, down to 1 heart on his side. Oh, Conquest, dude. Chill with this and just stay put. No, Conquest, stop this. You're being a douche. Come on, 1 or 2 more. There we go. So, now decision time. Do you take the white pony and flying ability? Let's get a quick judgy, please. Thankfully, Mellow's got some money. Spit out some hearts or some health. 2 hearts? 2 of diamonds. More money, though. So Mellow's going to get 2 more cents with that 2 of diamonds. 2 of diamonds. 2 of diamonds. 2 cents. Wow, really? Okay. Could have gotten something there, but he's going to pass on without it, as he knows that Fedora guy's also in his boss fight right now on the Womb 1. So this is coming down to the wire. We're on to Womb 2 for Melloace, looking just for his mom's heart fight. That Fedora guy very close behind, both very low on health. Ooh, and even lower now, 1 heart and 1.5. So, oof, this is getting sketchy. Isaac's Fork, though, could help Melloace out. That gives you random chances to clear out a room that you get a bit of a heal. So again, that Fedora guy getting a bit of a heal himself. 2 hearts now on his side. 5 containers for him, 5 for Melloace, and we're both on the same floor. The Magician card for that Fedora guy, you'll just see it be used here. We'll give him homing shots for this room. Yep, hold on to your butts. And again, Mellow did take the flying with White Pony, so now he's got that same Crack the Sky usage that Conquest was using against him. And my butt, I'm holding it. Feels firm, feels good. Casper. Go 8.5. Ooh, and speaking of those boss fights, Mellow had straight up internal compassing himself right on over to Mom's heart. So let's see here with now 2 hearts. As long as he can get through this splitting fight, and this does become a pain in the butt here, so let's see how long this is going to take him to clear out. I almost might consider using Crack the Sky right in this room. That's debatable, though. So again, that Fedora guy going to... Really, Sloth? Really, dude? Going to try to bomb out of this room. There we go. Ooh, though down to half heart on his side. He saw a Polaroid in act. They gave him 5 seconds of damage shield, but once you leave the room, that does go away. Wouldn't have mattered much anyways here. Alright, there we go. One last split, so one more envy to worry about here. And again, Mello's looking at his mom's hard fight on the other side. This gives plenty of time for that Fedora guy to catch up, though. All he needs to do is find the same room. And again, they're on the same floor, so it's all about finding this boss fight and staying alive. Yeah, we get the idea. Bad puns are bad. Let's see, to the right. I was gonna say, here comes Game Kid. Again, chance that you heal yourself for half a heart every time that you actually eat an enemy, and that Fedora guy back up to 1.5 hearts now. Envy. Jeez, dude, seriously, there we go. So finally cleared it out. 1 heart left. Let's see, what do you do? 7 bombs, he's going for it. Mellow on into the mom's heart fight. Again, cannot take a single hit here. Ooh, that was really close. He cut that so close on that eyeball. But again, looking for the 1-0 lead if he can get through this fight without taking a single bit of damage. That Fedora guy looking for the same one. No bombs left. Found himself a dead end here and is still searching. Yep, that Fedora guy is actually Rob Snowlock. He won a name change through, or for Twitch, through Twitter, I should say. So yeah, it's confusing as hell, but yeah, same racer he's been all season. Whoa! Alright, Guppy's hairball moving that bomb around. That was pretty bad timing, so Mello gonna have to circle around these eyeballs really quickly and hope for the best. Doing great so far. There we go. So last bomb, there's those night spawns. There's good timing. Thankfully he had one more for those. So Mello working to about the 50% mark. That Fedora guy's still looking for this room. By the way, notice his bad trip pill that Fedora guy's holding on to. That's actually a full health pill. Wait until he gets hit next time. That will turn into a full health pill. So let's see. Tears down as fire rate decrease. Gonna pick that bad trip, aka full health pill, back up. There's the boss fight, so 2 more lusts to get through, and it's all about timing now. So it's probably more important for that Fedora guy if Mello takes 1 bit of damage, but this is still close. Ooh, that was really close too. Mello cutting these so amazingly close. Isaac's fork won't do anything till the end of the room. Alright, there is... Ooh, might as well take another health uphill. And... Oh! He took the... That Fedora guy took the wrong pill in with him. Uh-oh. Interesting. So there's that. That Fedora guy down at half a heart here. Wow, I would have taken the bad trip pill with... Interesting choice. Interesting. I'll say for that poison damage, but I don't know that that was so worth it. I would have rather taken what would have been the full healther. So again, dealing with the same boss fight. That Fedora guy trying to catch up here, but I don't know. Especially without that full health pill in tow. Let's see, down at half a heart himself. Like I said, dodging just the same thing the Mello had to do. Both have no bombs, so it's all about tier damage. Wow, this is insane. All down to just the tiers. Mello is still... Oh, has got that charge on his white pony, and down goes that Fedora guy. So all the way back to the beginning, that lack of full health pill. Ouch. So again, now it's all about Mello not taking damage here. Wow. That was so close. He's so lucky he hit that charge when he did. That's why Mello was hanging onto the white pony charge, guys. It makes you invincible and does a charge across the screen. He was so close to getting hit there. Wow. Woohoo. That was insanely close. So this is the problem with having chub spawns on there. God, is that he gets in a little too close to you from time to time. Jesus. So we should be, there we are at the part where It Lives will stay out the rest of this fight, and it's all about Mello dodging all of that blood, or well, not the blood on the ground. He doesn't have to worry, he is flying, but he has to dodge those shots and the globins that were coming after him. Mello does not like globins, I can tell you that right now. If you don't know why, I point back to week 12. Oh God, the double shot, oh. Wow, down goes Mello. That was lame. Double shot there by Mom's Heart, and he got sniped. So back down to the beginning on both sides. Yeah, and unclench thy buttocks. Ah. But wow, back down to the beginning here for both guys. Unbelievable. So, back from scratch, we got Brother Bobby now to start off for Melloace. Ooh, nice. Blood of the Martyr on Rob's side this time, so that Fedora guy picking up a little bit of damage increase on his tiers, and he'll be right on over into his boss fight. Alright, again, just to keep this as even as we can, both are in the same room at the moment. Again, fighting different bosses, but nonetheless in the same room here, so both looking to move on to their basement too. Rob gonna finish off Larry Jr., grab himself more range increase. It's always range, I swear tonight. And again, Mello gonna finish off Monstro here, grab himself the box of items. It's something against health up this evening, I swear. So, Liberty Cap will give him one random mushroom effect every room. Moon Card will teleport you into your secret room, so Moon Strats. I'll probably hang on to that for a minute or two until later on floor, where that'll actually come in much more handy. I probably just didn't update again. Oh, wow, and these items, so forget that, what I just said about the Liberty Cap. How about Curved Horn? Plus damage on your tiers automatically. 10 more bombs for Melloace as well for a second item room. And again, we got a golden key on that Fedora guy's side, so infinite amount of keys for this floor. I was gonna say, may want to consider this, and yeah, with 4 bombs, might as well get in this for free. A good way to heal later if you need it. So he's got 1 heart sitting out there, a little bit more money for that Fedora guy. And again, gonna move on, still looking for that item room and boss fight here. But you gotta love that Curved Horn. That'll replace darn near any other trinket for me. Unless I have to have the Polaroid with me, I will take that Curved Horn any day of the week. I don't care what I had. Alright, so still no item room. That Fedora guy gonna have to backtrack here, believe it or not, on a basement 2 floor. Would have thought, even with that Curse of the Lost, that's still an insanely sized floor. Let's get those yes crowns as Melloace picks up Pageant Boy, a couple more pennies. And a God Room with the Miter yet again, so now 50% chance again, any red heart that spawns would be a blue soul heart. And might as well give it a shot. Mello gonna grab himself 1 more soul heart out of that store. And again, you know you're not going to get greed, so if you got the keys, yeah, might as well try it. Oh, how about 2 more cents for that Fedora guy? Where's your secret room at? And let it have money in it, for one thing. So let's see, he's going to try. I was going to do the arcade instead. That could work too. Ugh, Wiggle Worm. Yeah, Mello going to pass on this one. That would have given you snake shots, basically. That would have curved a little bit. So it's a little harder to aim those. And there's Rob's automatic money back as he actually played the blood machine. At worst comes to worst, maybe he got a blood bag out of it and got some health up. But there's all the money that he needs. Rob gonna head right back on over to that store. And then immediately on over to his boss fight as well. And speaking of health up, yeah, why not do a challenge room here? So Melloace gonna do the pause glitch here. Oops, didn't mean to hit no. There we go. So this is one of the glitches we allow. And good thing you just picked up a chariot card, as you notice it's gonna make it a lot easier. If you pause right as you pick up an item in one of these challenge rooms, you can actually hear all the spawns come in at the same time. So you see why we allow the glitch to happen is there is that risk of having all those enemies on screen. Mello was well prepared with the unicorn card that he had, but still it's a risk. So again, that Fedora guy fighting our oh-so-favorite horseman, Famine. So everybody say... So there's that cube of meat that you always get orbiting around blocking shots. Yet another God Room, second orbital now, so notice that doubles up the speed of both of those, so twice the coverage area. Yeah, good old Guardian Angel, one of the best. But with that treasure map, Rob can actually, that's Fedora guy, sorry, can actually see his mini-map, and he's going to make educated guesses as to where to head. Ooh, speaking of educated guesses, found the exact opposite there with Super Sloth for Melloace. Again, the exact opposite for that Fedora guy as well. He's got nothing he can do in those rooms. Ooh, although now with a lot of money, that makes that store well worthwhile to bomb into, and that's exactly what that Fedora guy's gonna do. Although really not getting good items in there. Gonna grab himself another Soul Heart and be on his way. There's that moon card by Melloace to get him into his secret room as well, and he'll be heading right back over the other direction. Wiggle Worm Tech just gives you a shot speed increase. Doesn't do anything else for you on it. Oh, God. Well, we found ourselves a good item. It's stabby time. Over on the left for Mr. That Fedora Guy. So hard to say, Mr. That Fedora Guy. Really got to change that. Anywho, like I was saying, it's stabby time. We got Mom's Knife for Rob Snowlock, aka That Fedora Guy now. So looking very good on that build. He's already got damage up. He's got those 2 orbitals. And now that knife is going to give him some insane damage dealing capabilities. So again, he'll be on down to the caves too. Slight time advantage as Melloace in that same boss fight fighting Chubb. Doesn't have the knife though. And again, with just that one more room. Oh, wow. Let's see those no scrolls showing up again, so more banned items. That Fedora guy gonna leave behind Peeper, which would have popped out one of his eyes, much like Peep does, hence the name. But that would have done damage to anything it came in contact with. Problem is, it can also move your bombs, so it's slightly trolly, and he doesn't want any part of that. So moving on, just looking for his boss fight now. And Melloace also down to his second caves floor. And again, a little bit of health up on it, well, a lot more health up on his side than you normally would. But again, same floor, looking for item room and boss fight himself. Alright, so after clearing out the entire floor, that Fedora guy's come across his boss fight here to finish off the caves. Again, thank you, Double Orbitals, blocking that shot for him. Moving on in to fight Peep, so, we were just talking about him. There's what Peeper would have done for him. Those eyeballs floating around the room. There would have been a third in here, and yeah, it gets kind of annoying. So let's see, more pills. We got 2 of the same. See, which are both puberty, so they do absolutely nothing for you. And that Fedora guy gonna take one more with him, move on down into his depths, getting a Curse of Darkness. No mini-map for him here. So again, even with that treasure map, notice that Fedora guy has no map available. Also, he's picked up on the Logcat Wiggle as well. Very nice. So yes, we call that the Logcat Wiggle just because he's the first one that did it in the league this season. It's not him that made it by any standards, but I give him credit. So, nonetheless, you notice you're not supposed to be able to actually hit those guys by stabbing them with the knife, but if you wiggle like that, it gets behind their mask and kills them. It's pretty useful. And again, you see green bloat, you see the difference. The eyes pop out immediately on Melloace, and there's a lot more urine to worry about as well, so lots more dodging in this fight. Oh, everybody's favorite new song. It's not even new, it's just I just now added it. Alright, with 20 cents, how about a Judgy card on that Fedora guy's side? So he's going to be able to spawn a Judgy Beggar at some point. Hopefully it's the one that takes money and not red hearts. Alright, a little more health up, couple more soul arts. Ooh, just missed one on his way down. I can't believe I moved out of the way, so that was kind of trolly. The game being a douche to Melloace right now, also giving him that room. So 5 more bombs on Rob's side, excuse me, that Fedora guy's side as he picked up, I'm so not going to get used to that, but as he picked up a remote detonator, gives him 5 bombs and the ability to explode them at his use, or at his will, I should say, with the spacebar. The artist formerly known as Rob. I don't think we could fit that on the nameplate. Wow, that wiggle move very nicely done against those globbin mobs. I made that rhyme. That wasn't intentional. Anyways, moving on in, we got a war fight yet again for that Fedora guy. See, I called him by the right name. Ha! He kept War from disappearing off the screen by hitting him just enough times. There's that second cube of meat. Can add on to the one he's got. Also a god room, so let's see what we get on the other side of this. How about the relic? Every 4 rooms that he clears, that Fedora guy is going to get himself 1 blue heart spawn. Get Melloace right outside his Depths 1 boss fight, so only 1 room behind, but that Fedora guy that Fedora guy moving on down to Depths 2. Melloace, a long room behind now, has got a really nasty boss fight in the Mask of Infamy yet again. Ugh. Wow, that dodging. Nicely done getting the enemies to actually kill each other in that room, too, by that Fedora guy. Very nicely done. Mello's not taking a bit of damage yet, working on the mask, getting him pretty close down to dead here. Alright, now the real fun part. Notice that that Fedora guy, I should say, is just barely throwing the knife there. You get triple damage while it's out in the air like that, so he's throwing it as quickly as he can, trying to get triple the damage up. So very nicely done, ripping through Mom's foot. Again, Mello's still working on the mask over here. And that Fedora guy, excuse me, on down to his Wound 1. There we go, mask killing every single time, I swear it drops Mom's heals. So a little bit more range up for Melloace. And he'll be on down to Depths 2, so full floor advantage right now for that Fedora guy on the left side. Ooh, and look at that. How about some moon strats over on Fedora guy's side? So right on over to his boss fight as he gets through his secret room. And he'll head right on in, looking to attain even a bigger advantage here. Wow, how about this? Also going to get the Fallen, so guaranteed Devil Deal item free of charge for that Fedora guy. Ooh, which is the nail. Thank you. Damage up and 1 soul heart. Yeah, thank you. Ooh, he's considering this. Really? Alright, he's going to take remote detonator. I see where he's going with this thought, so I don't blame him here. But he used the nail the one time, got himself that one soul heart, would have given him damage up on the knife as well. But again, he's going to keep that remote detonator. I see where he's going with this. You'll see against Mom's heart. I see exactly what he's going to do. Ooh, nothing on this side. Watch this, though. Betcha if, and I think he's willing to get rid of the health to get into that curse room. I would go through here. Indeed, he's going to do just this. Head on into his secret room, and let's bomb on through Moonstrats. Ooh, first things first, blowing up the Judgy as well, so Moonstrats. Ah, look at that. There we go, Moonstrats ×2, ladies and gentlemen. Right on over to his boss fight again as that Fedora guy. So looking for a 1-0 lead. He's got Mom's heart on the other side of this room. And somewhere in Canada, Casper may be dancing a jig right now. By the way, Pixar, it didn't happen, I'm just saying. But moving on in, like I said, Rob gonna look, that Fedora guy looking for a 1-0 lead. That is so hard for me to do. You see, very nicely done. This is exactly why he kept the remote detonator with him. He gets to choose when those explode. And again, great timing with that. Holy water at this point, Mello's going to take it with him, because hey, why not? Notice that Brother Bobby turned into Brother Bobby. One way or the other, that would have been Brother Bobby there. Moot point, though, that last little bit of damage on that Fedora guy's side gives him a 1-0 advantage. So that knife, ladies and gentlemen, once again, proven to be a huge game changer. That thing is overpowered, but it is damn hard to get used to as well. So very nicely done. That Fedora guy, a 1-0 lead. So new name, 1-0 lead, ladies and gents. Moving on to round number 2 shortly. You can see we're going to get both of these two reset here. I think Mello actually just found his room. That was fast. Either way, though, let me get you a link into both of their channels. Excuse me. I'm going to let them take a 2-minute break here in between, because obviously that was a 45-minutes-ish round. Wow, that's tough. Anywho, so we're going to let them take a 2-minute break, do the same thing, go grab a drink. I'm going to do just that. We'll meet you right back here in 2 minutes. We'll get round number 2 underway, so hang tight, guys. Alright, we're back. We got round number 2 just about to begin here. Let me flip this back on over. We got that Fedora guy, aka Rob Snowlock, with a 1-0 lead right now as he got the knife last time against Melloace on the right-hand side. So, Mello gonna look to tie this up in 1. He needs back-to-back wins here to win the night. That Fedora guy just needs 2, or 1 of the next 2, I should say, victories, and he's gonna pull himself out a win tonight. So, looking to keep Melloace out of clinching a playoff spot here. Just needs one of those next 2 wins. Oh god, I've seen this. Yep, I was gonna say I've seen this one. This is crazy. That's gonna just entertain me for hours now. You realize that you're gonna have to put that back up on your screen later, right, Rob? You realize this now? That is seriously going to entertain me for hours. I saw that the other night. I think it's so cool. Anyway, so we're gonna start at their own leisure here. Let me get to link into both. My mind, it's blown. It just everywhere. We get to link into both of their channels here. Again, go wish them both good luck. They're off and racing, so again, best of luck, guys. And again, you can blame the oh-so-wonderful delay of the internet for why Mello hasn't taken off yet on his side. But again, they're on a call together, so there is that slight delay because of the internet. There we go. And we got Cupid Zero for ThatFedoraGuy, so he's off and running with piercing shots. As you notice, as he hits enemies, the shots keep on traveling through them. And again, on the right side, we got plus speed. That it has no range effect on right rage. So that's just speed increase for Melloace, but he is walking faster. Alright, Samson's Lock, random chance that you get Bloodlust effect. And that's every time you kill an enemy, you get that random offhand chance. On that same note, we got Famine showing up, so let's all greet him the same way we always do with that oh-so-fun. Boss. Yeah, Boss will be the first to answer that question. He re-rolled a Bible into another Bible. That was the thing. So again, with those libraries not paying off on Melloace's side, he's going to keep resetting here. We'll wind up with a cube of meat on ThatFedoraGuy, aka Rob Snowlock's side. So we'll wind up with a shot blocker, aka, and also a damage dealer, I should say. There you go, there's that cube. Little bit of a heal, and he'll be moving on to... Ooh, we passed up on it, so again, passing up on the hearts here. And once again, we got Famine, so let's keep the greeting going with that double. Ooh, and there you go. Why you wanted to pick up that half a heart, 1 spider trolling ThatFedoraGuy, and he's back to start. So again, with that Sacrificial Dagger and Cube and Meat, now 2 orbitals floating around Melloace, one of which the Cube blocks shots, the other, well, both actually, I should say, do damage. Got 7 damage on the Cube and Meat, 17 on that Sacrificial Dagger. Speaking of damage, again, he's also got himself that small rock, so now he gets plus damage on his tiers, more fire rate, and minus movement speed. Which against Super Wrath may hurt him a little bit, we'll see. Hopefully those Troll Bombs stay away from him. Because this is not what Mello wanted to see. And yeah, you can't really push those Troll Bombs. Doesn't work the same way that the other ones do, sadly. You have to walk him into the mini-boss this time. So not quite the same. Again, gonna let Super Wrath walk himself into that Sacrificial Dagger and hope not to take much. Ooh, ThatFedoraGuy with a great new starting item, though. How about Quad Shot over on the left side? And he is not far behind Melloace. Okay, you're fine. It was just somebody closing their door outside. My cat just jumped like 5 feet off of the couch as he heard that noise outside. Poor guy. Anyways, no key for Melloace yet, so he's going to keep looking on around here. Gambling's a possibility for a key. We'll see if he needs it, though. Again, ThatFedoraGuy going to get 1 of 2 items at the end of the Steven fight to finish off his basement one. Either Steven the Damage Tumor or the follower Little Steve with homing shots. So one way or the other, increased damage. It's a matter of if it's on that quad shot or following behind him for a 5th. And again, a little bit more speed for Melloace. So you got the wooden spoon, so more speed increase. Again, with no key, let's do a little bit of gambling in hopes. Alright, Little Steve it is. So the follower with homing tears for ThatFedoraGuy. Mello gonna keep on gambling. Plenty more of these. How about we blow this one up? More red hearts. Nothing. Ouch. So he's gonna move on without his item room here. On down to the caves. Ooh, and Demon Baby, yet another follower here for that Fedora guy, so that will automatically shoot out, and I don't want to say have homing shots, but it's but it's relatively close. Here we go again with that one of the few glitches we allow, and especially with Demon Baby, this works out decently. But again, you'll see it automatically shoot out those red tiers, kind of pointing itself and homing in on those enemies for you. Again, Skeleton Key is what that Fedora guy just picked up. 99 keys there for him now. So he's going to be able to get into anything locked for the rest of this run. Looks like once again Melloace with Holy Water. So that'll, as you just saw, as he took damage there, it'll spill out behind you and leave a puddle of Holy Water on the ground for anything to take damage that walks through it. Alright, Stars card on that Fedora guy's side. Not chance, but that will automatically teleport you into your item room. Alright, so using that teleport right on into the item room, that Fedora guy gonna pass up, and I do not blame him, on yet another item that we can actually use a glitch with in Kamikaze. So nothing real special with it, winds up getting killed more often than not. And he'll leave it behind. That basically turns you into a walking bomb, so you get to blow up anything you want to. And if you hug a wall, you can make yourself invincible, but it's a little risky. See, with that, a little bit more of a heal. Wow, really? These challenge rooms for that Fedora guy. So he's going to grab the compass now. And as he walks out of this room, he's going to be able to see exactly where he's headed on his mini-map without the room layouts, but he'll know what direction he's headed. Alright, so Guppy's Tail now for that Fedora guy. This is a great combination. Let's see if this happens in the first room. Usually you get more lock chests. This time it happened to be a gray one, but you're going to get a lot more lock chests out of the process here. And again, with 97 keys, you're going to be able to open up a whole ton of those. So this could work out very, very, very well for him here. And there's that, that Holy Water spilling out behind Melloace. And knowing where that super secret room's at, let's see what we got in here for that Fedora guy. Ooh, lots of ways to heal, so he'll be back in there if he needs it, but he'll head straight on over to his boss fight. Alright, a little more health up. Like I said, there's the beauty of Guppy's Tail, more of those locked chests, and all the keys you could possibly use. So already paying off. And again, wow. Speaking of paying off, again, let's see those no scrolls as the Dead Sea Scroll showed up on Melloace's side. Gives you a random chance that you may get two of our other banned items, the Bible or the Shovel. So he banned it because of that. He rerolls it, gets Stigmata, so damage increase and 1 health up for him. Alright, so Mello finishing off Chad here. Gonna wind up with Little Chad. That'll spawn a half a red heart every couple rooms he winds up finishing. Again, ThatFedoraGuy just finishing off his Caves 1 boss fight, grabbing himself a little more health. How about that free entrance into his secret room? Heck yes. And again, Curse of Darkness here on his Caves 2, so 1 floor differential. Melloace on his Depths 1 right now. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's possible to spawn next to a boss. You gotta be in the next floor, though. Melloace actually did it one race this year. Speaking of boss fights, we got ThatFedoraGuy coming across us to finish off Caves 2. Question is, do you go look for that item room? And at least gonna go kill off the boss fight first. We'll see what he chooses after he takes out the husk here. And again, 1 fly left to kill. A little bit of speed increase. He is going to move on down, so moving on to the same floor as Melloace, both in Necropolis versions of the Depths 1. And again, with that compass, possible time saver on ThatFedoraGuy's side. And he was pretty far away. Not like I blame him. So let's see if this one breaks to the left. Yeah, lo and behold, great choice. So item room and boss fight probably on this pathway for ThatFedoraGuy. So a really good choice there. Again, that's the beauty of having that treasure map. Well, not treasure map, but having the compass, you know what I mean. You get to basically see in your head how that map's going to lay out, and hopefully you're correct. It'll troll you quite a bit. Like, there is a good chance that ThatFedoraGuy, sorry, goes over 1 room to the right and it ends his floor, right? Well, not ends his floor, but ends his pathway, I should say. But looks like we're actually going to get all the way over. Clear room, thank you very much. And this one more to clear. ThatFedoraGuy is going to be at his boss fight. So Mello needs to rush ahead now and look for his as he just got to his item room. Ooh, how to get that out of there? Might be worth taking the damage, honestly. He's already got the compass, so it doesn't really need it. So ThatFedoraGuy, sorry, I almost want to call him Rob every time. That is Rob Snowlock, by the way. But it's hard for me to break that. Either way, ThatFedoraGuy leaving behind Liberty Cap would have been 1 random mushroom effect every room. Also gives you a chance at the compass, but he's already got it. So it wouldn't have been too much of a fear. Anyways, both going into their boss fights. Here we got, yet again, Mask of Infamy for Melloace. Jeez, with this thing showing up all the damn time. So he's going to have to deal with this for a moment. We got Mr. Cool, a.k.a. Loki, on the left-hand side for ThatFedoraGuy. So if you're subscribed to Cobalt, let's see those. And there goes the heart. So now just down to the mask again for Melloace. And that 2 hearts will double up the 2 hearts he had filling his container, so 4 now. And again, Mello was just basically face-planting the mask so that he could get the sacrificial dagger to do all the damage for him. Speaking of damage, though, about a little damage up on Mello's tiers. He's going to move on down literally a second ahead of ThatFedoraGuy to Depths 2. Again, Pentagram was more damage there. We got Curse of the Lost. Ouch. Oh, wow, which way do you go on this one? I'm probably saying ThatFedoraGuy is passing up the item room here. That is a long extra way away. He's probably going to go straight towards the boss fight. And again, Mello does not see anything on the minimap, so we'll see which way he chooses and how lucky he gets. Ooh, I'm wrong, actually. ThatFedoraGuy is going to head for his last item room. Ooh, although finding a dead end here, never mind. That's way out of the way. This is how that map control. You're like, oh, cool, I'm only 1 room away. Sorry, no, you're not. Go all the way around, so now he's going to pass it up. Look at this. Double troll up at the top, so ThatFedoraGuy going to back on out of here. Head on down on this map, and then break it off to the left side at some point. Ouch. So again, speaking of boss fights, we do see Mom's Foot over on the right side. Let's get a quick judgy, please, for ThatFedoraGuy. Let's see, how does Mello work this? He is going to skip over that item room. Bucket of lard, little more health for that Fedora guy. And again, on into the mom's foot fight, so now advantage back on Mello's side, timing-wise. There you see, they had very good placement there with that holy water. Actually still hits that closed door on mom's foot. And again, let's get those guest crowns as we picked up Pageant Boy, so more money on Mello's side. Rusted Key or Polaroid? Polaroid it is. So if Mello gets down to half a red heart remaining, that'll give him a 5-second damage shield as he gets hit. Let's get yet another Judgy, please, for that Fedora guy. Oh, really? The notched pickaxe, huh? Yeah, I'd probably just leave that behind, too. So, not even going to bother with it. That would have crushed one rock in a room and then had to be recharged. It is pretty damn useless. So, that Fedora guy not even going to bother with it and leave right on past it. And Mello already on down in his Womb 1. Time advantage for him as that Fedora guy moving on over. There you see as he gets down to half a red heart. That scapular spawns one blue soul heart for him. Same thing if he takes one more hit here. Same thing will happen. Ooh, although clear room leading on in. Might as well blow up that gambling machine. Get an extra bomb out of it, so profit.
Phase 1, blow up slot machine. Phase 2, Phase 3, profit.
Alright, so moving on into the gray mom's foot fight. Again, no matter how he gets hit, yes, mom would hit you for one full heart of damage, but no, you cannot take one half a red and one half a blue heart in the same hit. So no matter what here, whatever hits that Fedora guy is going to hit him for half a heart. Going to wind up spawning a full blue soul heart in its place, and then it's just fair game from there. Alright, doing a great job. There was that one hit you saw, so technically half a health up coming out of that for that Fedora guy. Also getting some fire rate increase with the wire code hanger. Gonna grab a little bit of a heal, the Polaroid, and be on down to his Womb 1. So both in utero expansion versions of this, and very low on health on both sides. Alright, let's see. Will this break over to the right side? Did that Fedora guy make the right choice? Also, he's going to try to get past. There we go. Can't bomb those rocks, but you can get that out of the way. So, not wanting to pick up that half a red heart, there's two reasons for that. One's that 5-second damage shield that I was talking about. Second being that he gets that, because of the scapular, one full blue heart spawned every time he does take damage. So that Fedora guy making a very smart move there. Alright, more stuff he doesn't need. There's that boss fight, so thankfully, yes, it did connect over on this side. Again, one last room to clear out here for that Fedora guy. Melloace still searching for this boss fight on Womb 1. So we're gonna head on in and get Champion Death, and this does have a good chance to spawn in some hearts for you. Just ask Full Metal Gambit. I'll be the first to tell you about those. Ooh, though, not getting lucky here. Although pills could help, but it's don't want those in the center of the room. Those are a pain to deal with. There's that 5-second damage shield. The one time the scapular is going to enact for him. So there's that one soul heart replacing the one that he had just lost. And Melloace down to 1.5 hearts himself here. Will wind up with a soul heart spawning at the end of this room, though. Lucky that that Fedora guy used the pill when he did, because otherwise that horse was going to kill him for the second straight bit of damage. There we go, taking out the horse, taking out those extra spawns, which are a real pain in the butt, because those will home in on you, and then when they do die, you see they shoot off in all 4 directions. That's a real pain in the butt. And Demon Baby will kill those off for him. 1 Cupid Meat showing up here, so 1 orbital for Rob. So, yeah, sorry, that Fedora guy, gonna take a while. And on down to the womb, too. So there's that moon strat. Might as well try to heal, I guess. That's exactly what I'll do here. Where's this boss fight at for Mello? My god, this floor is being evil to him. So let's see, no heals. That Fedora guy gonna head up top here, back to the room that he could have gotten into in the first place. So maybe not moon strats this time. Every now and then that backfires. Alright, finally with this boss fight, Melloace going to get on into his first of the 2 fights here for the womb. Let's see who he winds up with. Ooh, Triachnid. We saw this being a real troll earlier, so lots of dodging coming in here. Or just walking into the center and letting that sacrificial dagger do some mass damage. One of the 2. Again, we got a dead end, so wow, so close to where that boss fight should have been for that Fedora guy. He has to go all the way to the other side of the map now. Ouch. Again, these maps are just being trolls right now. Like, what is up with that? Alright, so now we're on over to the pathway that should take that Fedora guy to his boss fight. Just gotta worry about these trolling enemies. I hate these things so much. And especially when there's a card that control you when you pick it up in the center. Nicely done. One of them's gone. There's the other. How about a Judgy card? Absolutely, might as well, because maybe you get a heal out of this. So let's get another Judgy, please, for Rob. A.k.a. that Fedora guy. Sorry. Again, I'll get used to that, I swear. Ooh, how about some health up? He'll gladly take that, so 1 extra hit that he can take now. And this and 1 more room to clear for that Fedora guy. He'll be on to what would be, or could be, I should say, the finishing fight here. Again, Melloace still looking as he is down on Wound 2 for his mom's foot, or mom's heart, excuse me, as well. So these 2 are very close together. It's all about Melloace fighting this boss fight. Because after this next room is cleared, that Fedora guy is looking for a 2-0 win. And while you got those invincibility frames, nicely done there by that Fedora guy. There's that full heart back, so 2.5 hearts, looking for a 2-0 win here. There's mom's heart. So with only the 1 bomb, we'll see when he actually uses this. There's Hangman card that'll allow that Fedora guy, Rob, to fly. And again, you see the bomb didn't really do much for him, so no bombs left now, just that quad shot with a little bit of damage and fire rate increase, along with his 2 followers. So still all about timing here. Mello can still find this fight, and with that sacrificial dagger, do some real work. So there's a pretty fly, yet another orbital 3 now. That'll be another shot blocker for Mello. Yeah, he's got pretty bad damage, basically, so therein lies the only issue. He's got, like, 1 damage up item, if I'm not mistaken, on there. Oh, actually, I take that back. It was Mello that got the pentagram. I totally take that back. So it's base damage on there. Ooh, and down goes Mello, so again, he was bombing through rooms. That was a nasty one to get into. You're almost guaranteed to take damage in that room. So all the way back to the beginning on Mello's side. And again, that leaves that Fedora guy with a huge advantage here. It's just a matter of getting through this fight without taking 2 more hits. And doing a great job taking out these night enemies. See, teleporting remote? Yeah, why the hell not? So Melloace going to teleport directly into his store. We'll call that an attack report right off the bat. See, good timing on going to pick up that pill. We'll see if that comes in handy for that Fedora guy later. That, again, pills cannot kill you as Isaac or anybody that is not the blue baby. So maybe that's the full health pill in the waiting. We'll have to see. No, I meant what I said. Everything in the womb hits you for a full heart of damage, guys. If he gets hit twice, he's dead. Therein lies the fun part. So yes, he did still have that. I thought he had already gotten that to spawn for some stupid reason. So Scapular makes it 3. But again, still on the edge here. No bombs left. Halfway through this fight, it's just a battle of attrition. Oh god, more knights. Stop with the knight spawns, Mom. These are the worst and most time-consuming by far, and they will turn on a dime on you. I thought the Scapular already procced for some stupid reason. I have no idea why the hell I thought that, but I thought it had already procced. Never mind. Well, I'm an idiot. Oh god, that got a little too close. All the pot shots in Mom's heart today. Like, what is up with this? Mello got sniped by one earlier. And that Fedora guy darn near got sniped himself that time. So doing very good, down to just that last bit of damage. She'll stay out. There's that 5-second damage shield. We're at half a heart on that Fedora guy's side, though. So he's going to have to worry him with that bad damage. I don't know that I trust that so much. So he's really going to have to worry about Shove. Wow, that dodge. Holy hell. That one got way, way too close for comfort. Let's not do that again. So going to try to get the last bit. Oh, going to try to get the last bit of damage in and just doesn't move as he gets pot shotted there. You got to stay on the move when you're at half a heart. Early pickup of that one. It's some kind of surprise. Mello gonna go ahead and grab himself that half an Eternal Heart. Laying onto his random pill already. He's not really fond of taking too many of them. Doesn't want to lose in the first place. Also already with the Curved Horn, he's got damage up on his tiers. See what Rob gets here. Ugh. That's a reset happening. Best friend bomb is not a best friend. Trust me on this. That's actually killed one of our racers this year in a boss fight. That thing can be a troll. And there's no reason for it, but it'll just randomly troll you and kill you. So it's kind of a douche. So Rob gonna reset. Excuse me, that Fedora guy gonna reset. Damn, that is so hard to get used to. I will break myself of this habit, I swear. So 12 seconds of invincibility on the right for Melloace. He's got himself the Book of Shadows as well. We just saw the small rock picked up for that Fedora guy. See, I'm breaking it. And again, that's gonna give him plus damage, plus fire rate, and minus movement speed on the shots. Alright, goes baby on Rob's side that he just grabbed. He's gonna get him a follower with, with spectral tears on it. Again, base damage tears, nothing special, but as you notice, can shoot through those rocks. You just gotta wait a second, Andy Pants. Like, I didn't even get a chance to see it be picked up yet. You gotta wait. Yeah, also, I'd like to point out to the ignorant racists that Rob is Canadian. Good job. Good job. So nicely done there. You see Tech 2, the constant firing technology on Melloace's side. Again, it does give you a damage down, so you got to take that into consideration, but it pretty much constantly ticks for damage. Also, as you can see, you don't have to worry about positioning. You do have piercing on that. So again, with Curved Horn, that's actually damn nice. So Tech 2 is actually a really phenomenal item here for Melloace. And that Fedora Guy, excuse me. Excuse me again. Sorry about that. Wow. Learn to speak, crumbs. Anyways, that Fedora Guy, as you can see, has got Brimstone now, so huge shot changer. And as you see, that's full on range, along with taking on the damage that you have on your tiers in the first place. Also with that golden poop, leaving that golden smile behind. Gonna get a bunch more money, up to 10 cents now. God, those troll bombs, man, everywhere today. This game's being a troll right now. But again, at least giving them both some pretty good items here to work with, so we'll see how this plays out. Again, that Fedora Guy, one floor behind Melloace. I'm gonna get used to the name change, I swear. It's still Rob Snowlock. I've just gotta learn to call him by a new name. Ooh, and speaking of these items, how about more damage plus to all stats except speed down there for Melloace, so he'll move slower, but more of every other stat for him. So Super Meat Boy Superfan, always a bro, unless you don't have any speed on your build, at which point, don't take it. If you're very low on speed, don't take that item. You will not be able to dodge. I've done it before. It is not as fun as it sounds, guys. Trust me. So again, doing nicely there, that Fedora Guy taking out his boss fight. On down to Caves 2, so we're on the same floor. Slight advantage time-wise for Melloace, as he's cleared most of this, though. Now, spamming a button involves no skill whatsoever, so no, it's not legal. Oh, God. Uh-oh. So, if you guys didn't happen to notice that, that may be a Sacred Heart on Melloace's side. So, huge damage. You notice the tier that he does still have coming out of his other eyeball. Huge damage up on that, along with homing capability on it. So, oh my, that build. And I think Mello gonna kind of wish he didn't have Tech 2 for this, but we'll see. Those tiers are still gonna be good enough. He's got plenty on screen, so oh my. And speaking of really nice things happening, how about boss room and item room side by side? The funny part of that is how wrong you are. If Angie Foxtrot were in here, she'd vouch for it. Trust me. Alright, a little more damage up for Mello, because he totally needed it. Again, it's small damage up on the meat, and it is mismarked, so that is damage up and one more health container. He's moving on down to the depths 2, keeping a 2-floor lead here. I'll make that 1 now as that Fedora Guy moving on down to depths 1, starting that off. Ooh, ow. Also getting himself a loading screen error, so let's see if this doesn't happen to pop through to an XL floor. This could still play interesting here. Ooh, not as lucky as you might have hoped, so Curse of Darkness, yet again, no mini-map on that Fedora Guy's side. And Mello just melting on through everything in his path here. God, look at that damage. Woo! So nice. So nice. Oh yeah, if that Fedora Guy got an XL floor, that was almost guaranteed Sun card immediately, but with that Curse of Darkness, doesn't even matter, he can't see his mini-map even if he used that. Does he want the speed down? Consideration. Yeah, that's why I didn't mention it. So there is speed down on that small rock. Would be more damage on the tiers, but Mello can't stand the speed down at this point. And again, we got Gish for the Depths 1 boss fight for that Fedora Guy. We'll wind up with a little Gish adding onto that train of followers. And again, that'll shoot out tar tiers, kind of like the ones you're seeing here. That'll slow down movement speed and shot speed. Now, Minima should be like, oh, I'll gladly take that small rock now. Oh, you'd gladly take it at that point. Anything with speed up, and Mello would go back for that small rock. But we'll find out here. Maybe he gets something that he could use. And Fedora Guy finishing off. There's a little Gish. Another God Room. How about homing bombs and 5 more? And let's see, on the left side we got Guardian Angel, so yet another double speed orbital, adding onto the cube of meat that he's got and doubling up the speed of it. So now both on depths too, both looking probably just for boss fights. I don't think that Rob really needs to, that Fedora Guy, sorry, really needs to find an item room. He just wants to save some time here if he can. Keep in mind, he is holding on to that Sun card, which is a full map reveal and red hard heal, let alone damage to everything in the room. So that could play into effect here. He's hoping, basically, that when he gets to the womb, that he gets an XL floor. So we'll explain that when we get there, especially if it happens. Oh, we got Blue Mom on Melloace's side. So standing right down by the door, he's going to let basically his tears do all the work for him. She's going to spawn her arm real often here. There you go, just melting right on through. That Fedora Guy got right on over to the same fight, so working on Grey Mom himself. Yeah, not terrible damage here on Brimstone, so he won't take too long. Speaking of those loading screens going into the womb. Come on, Flash. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on, Flash. Flash, please. Flash, please. Come on. Come on. You can do it. It's thinking about it. It'll pop through at some point. Mellow will have his floor. There's a little bit more health up for that Fedora Guy. There we go. So pretty much going to even that out if that Fedora Guy doesn't get a loading screen himself. And indeed he won't. So moving on down, both in the Womb 1 on the exact same room at the moment. We are neck and neck here. Keep in mind that could play time advantage over to that Fedora Guy's side. Depends on when he uses that Sun card. And this plays an interesting choice. Do you use it on this floor knowing that you don't have a Curse of Darkness, or risk keeping it for the next one on that offhand chance that maybe it doesn't come in as handy as it used to? Oh, and look at this. That Inner Compass gets that Fedora Guy right on over to his boss fight here. And keep in mind, like I said, full map and compass reveal coming on the Womb 2 for him. That's assuming he can keep that all the way through. So he's going to keep the full heart here. He'll keep himself at just half a heart missing. That's so that the Polaroid will enact. So again, very smart move on that Fedora Guy's side. Very easy boss in Skull X. So just a few shots here, already halfway through. Going to be about a 4-shot kill. And, whoop, make that 5 because it takes a little less damage there. There we go. So a little bit more movement speed, exactly what Mello was looking for. Also another God Room, in which we got the Miter every couple rooms for, I forget how many it is. Actually, I take that back. Duh, wrong item. Every time you get a red heart spawn, there's a 50% chance now that that'll be a blue heart. So there's that Sun card usage, and that Fedora Guy going to make his way right on over to Mom's heart. Got a Judgment card from Melloace, but that's no map reveal yet. So he's going to hang on to it, not with enough time to play it, and keep working on over to this side. Oh, wow, still no boss fight. Holy crap. This floor. Where's it at? No, another dead end on Mello's side. So very few rooms left on that Fedora Guy's floor. And again, building up a lot of extra health up. Got that full heal off of the Sun card in the first place. And there's that boss fight finally showing up, so moving on in, we're going to fight, jeez Louise, really with this death yet again. So there's that 12 seconds of invincibility for Melloace, who's going to hang right in the dead center and keep that Tech 2 and those Sacred Heart Tears melting away on death. And again, clearing out this room, we got 3 more rooms to clear, make that 2, as this one's clear already on that Fedora Guy's side. See, I got it right. Let's get a judgy please while Mello's killing off the last bit of this boss. So good way to 2 birds with 1 stone right here. Oh my god, 2 real good birds with 1 stone. How about that blue candle for Melloace? Oh my god. So he'll grab himself that cube of meat, be moving on down to the Womb 2 with a 2 of diamonds, which will double up his money. But that Fedora Guy looking for a 2-0 win. Casper again on the edge of his seat somewhere in Canada. There may be a jig incoming, I'm just saying. So, moving on in, like I said, carry candle on the right. Can we make up enough time on Melloace's side, though? Sacred Heart, blue candle in the same run, guys. Damn to that. But again, can he find his boss fight quickly? 12 bombs left, he's down to a heart and a half, so he has to play this very safe, and that Fedora guy already just about halfway through this boss fight. I'm feeling a jig. And again, with a dead end here, down to just half a heart is Melloace. So working on the last little bit, Duke of Fly is getting melted away here by Rob, aka that Fedora guy. Sorry, I keep wanting to call him Rob Snowlock, and that is his name usually, but he got it changed on Twitch, so gonna take some getting used to. Oh no, Melloace down again, getting cornered by those flies, so back to the beginning. Huge advantage on the left now. Yeah, Polyphemus does more damage up than Sacred Heart does for you. So looks like may just wait this one out. That Fedora guy looking pretty solid over here on the left-hand side, looking for a 6th victory of the season as he is just about done with Mom's Heart. Well, he pretty much had to go fast at that point. There was no choice for him. No choice for Mello. He had to go fast there. So he's pretty much conceded this one as everyone else has one more shot of Brimstone. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a 2-0 victory for Mr. Rob Snowlock, a.k.a. that Fedora guy. So we'll probably see why in a second or two here. He might be called that Fedora.